Hello friends, welcome to kundanstech.com. In this tutorial, I am going to talk about what is ASP.NET programming and what are the advantages of ASP.NET programming. What is ASP.NET? ASP.NET is a server-side programming platform used to build dynamic web pages and web applications. We have two types of web pages. One is static and the other one is dynamic web pages. A static web page just displays the information what is there in the web page and it never changes, whereas in case of dynamic web pages, the data in the dynamic web pages can be changed according to the client request. This ASP.NET was first released in January 2002 with 1.0 version of .NET framework. It is the extended version of ASP, that is Active Server Page. It is built on common language runtime, which means it allows programmers to write in various supported languages such as Visual Basic, C, C#, Cold Fusion, etc. As we mentioned above, that ASP.NET helps to develop web application and web pages. So what is the advantage of using a web application developed by ASP.NET? A web application is installed on the web server and can be accessed by any computer in the world which has connection to the internet. If you are living in the North Pole and or if you are living on the South Pole, if you are living on anywhere, no problem. If you have connection to the internet, then you can access that web application from the server. Whereas in case of a desktop application, it has to be installed on each computer if you want to use it, such as like Windows. If you want to use Windows, then it has to be installed in your system or else you cannot use it. World Wide Web includes client and servers which are connected over the internet. If I am trying to access a web page which is stored in a server, then I will be a client and the web page which is stored in a server is a server computer. And the client and server computer, they communicate with each other using a protocol called TCP/IP. When communicating, they exchange message in form of HTTP request, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. A client sends an HTTP request to the server, and in response the server sends HTTP response, which is processed and displayed by the browser which is installed in the client's computer, such as Firefox, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, etc. So a client sends HTTP request and the server sends HTTP response. Now, how client-side scripting works? As we have mentioned that there are two types of scripting. One is a client side and the other one is server side. A client side script runs on the client computer and the result is processed and displayed on the client's computer with the help of a browser such as Firefox, Internet Explorer, or Google Chrome, which is installed in the client's computer. Now, how server side scripting works? In case of a server-side script, a client makes a request to the server. Then the web application which is installed on the server, such as ASP.NET or PHP, it communicates with the database. After the result is obtained, then it is sent to the web server, which in turn sends to the client computer as an HTTP response. The result is processed and displayed by the browser in the client computer. For example, if I want to find out a certain result from a database, then I send a request to the server, and the web application software which is installed in the server looks in the database, and when the result is obtained, it is again sent to my computer as an HTTP response. Whereas in case of client scripting, there is no connection between the client and the server. The client code works in the client computer, and the response or the result is shown at the same time. So this is how ASP.NET works. So ASP helps us to develop dynamic web pages and web applications, and it helps to build a secure web applications. It is the extended form of ASP.NET and has more flexibility and more security than ASP. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and rate my channel.